This season, he's a creator, and he certainly is someone that the Bucks could use here right now. But the tip goes to the 76ers. Gediminas Petrides is our crew chief, Justin Van Dyne, our referee, and Jenna Renault is our umpire. And you look at the different court here with the Cream City jerseys. There's Paul George. You know, he did not play last night against the Toronto Raptors, and he's ready to go here tonight.
Well, that's a little wily veteran move right there, right? Sit one so that you can be ready and fresh to play the next game, and I mean, it's off to a good start so far.
Arthroscopic procedure on his left knee here in the summer. That's why Paul George has been out. And off the glass, ties it at 2 here for Ryan Rollins.
I just love his pace and composure, his ability to get into the paint, score at all 3 levels. It's good to see one go early for him.
He was one of those players that when you
can't handle it, and that's
Paul George leaving them all alone. And he pours in all 5 points here for the Sixers.
It's going to be an interesting matchup. They're doing a lot of Paul George off ball. They got Bobby guarding them, switching a little bit the 4-5 situations. I mean, Paul George is, when he's healthy and going, he's still Paul George.
Now, this is a 76ers team that's dealt with minute restrictions and injuries. High off the glass for Bobby Portis. Ryan Rollins comes down with it. Offensive rebounding here for the Bucks.
And that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to steal possessions. You're going to have to stay in games. Again, everything right now has been in the paint-oriented from Milwaukee, and that's what they're going to have to do.
Another touch for Paul George, who's had the hot hand. Boy, oh boy. All 8 points here for PG.
I mean, that's a good early start off that rest.
Bobby Portis, like play on.
I guess.
Andre Drummond's first. There's a look for Miles Turner. DJ Edgecombe drops it off to Drummond in the restricted area. Edgecombe, one of the top rookies here right now, and man, boy, I haven't seen a start like this in a while.
It's been a while, but it's good to see if you're a basketball fan and a Philly fan, not so much Milwaukee.
Yeah, these 76ers come in with an 8-6 overall record. The Bucks are 8-7, but the Sixers team, you see him there on the sideline, top left corner. Look at him jumping. The first miss there for PG.
It was about time.
I would say so. Paul George, 4 of 5 here to open up. He's got all 11 points here for the Sixers. Turner takes the contact, fades it back.
Now, though Philly has the advantage on the outside, with this lineup in particular, Milwaukee can own that paint. Offensive glass, rim runs, all that type of things. You want to look to see if they can take advantage of that.
This is a guy that can create for himself. You know, Ryan Rollins feeding A.J. Green with the corner.
And a lot of that feel will come with just more minutes played, like that drive right there, getting into the paint, finding a teammate. You know, sometimes you have to let the game come to you, but when you're that guy right now, slot drives, you have to attack and force the issue a little bit.
Kyle Kuzma, another open 3 for Miles Turner. And the Bucks are starting out 0 for 4 from 3. An 11-4 advantage, Tyrese Maxey. Number 3 in the league in scoring, A.J. Green. Crew right there. Both teams have shot it 8 times. Difference, you know, Philly has made 4, Milwaukee's made 2, and another turnover here for the Bucks. So we left partly the Bucks, or is it partly this defense that we're seeing from the Sixers?
I think it's a little bit of both. And when you don't have your best player, one of the best players in the league, and then the other team comes out on fire, or Paul George comes out on fire, it rocks you a little bit. So you have to settle. Sometimes it takes a timeout like that. The NBA game is such a long game. Even though it was a turnover, I love the side-to-side action, and they almost had something getting downhill.
I love it. The little things here to build on, though Drummond gets Kuz on that shot attempt. And the Bucks now 2 for 9 and back the other way. You know, the Sixers get up and down real quickly, at least on that play. Edgecombe with the alley-oop. Between Edgecombe and Maxey, they play the most minutes here in the league here this year, so they're not going to leave the court very often here tonight. Here's Edgecombe with the rebound to Maxey.
Those are two dynamic scorers right there, too. Play at a lot of different speeds, mainly fast.
Well, Paul George leaves it short. Drummond attempting the offensive rebound. Get the offensive rebound. The minutes per game, I mean.
That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, they're both young guys, but you got to wonder if they can keep this up.
It's hard to. It's a long season. It is a long season, and it's pretty incredible that they're doing that at this rate right now.
Good take here by Ryan Rollins. We showed you his numbers in games played, full games played without Giannis. That's the Golden State game and the Charlotte game. And nearly averaging about 28, 29 points per game, but
Tech, because it felt like I need to go do something. And sometimes the best way to do that is to go put pressure on the rim. Doc alluded to how a town to settle in and play a little bit calmer rather than trying to fit everything all in the minutes that you would normally get.
The Bucks this year are 1-1 without him. There's a strong take by Maxey, averaging career-high numbers, third best, with almost his 32 points per game average. Kyle Kuzma need more of that.
Side-to-side action. You know, Philly is aggressive at the point of attack, but if you can move the ball from one side to the other.
I think Miles and Kuz got a piece of that. Both of them challenging.
Definitely going to need more of that. That hopefully gets Miles going into this game.
Well, at least the last few looks here for the Bucks have been right at the rim.
And you live with that, and especially with Drummond having 2 fouls now. That's where the focus needs to be, is get to the rim, create a problem, and then either finish yourself or find a teammate.
And Jericho Sims, our first sub, getting set to check in.